You wake me up so alive. You give me that drive. Kiss me and hold me, crave me like no other. I can barely focus, all I see is pretty lights shining on me. You give me pretty lights, that's all I see. Heart stops, baby, heart stops, baby, heart stops. Heart stops, baby, heart stops, baby, heart stops. Kiss me and hold me, crave me like no other. I can barely focus, all I see is pretty lights shining on me. You give me pretty lights, that's all I see. Heart stops, baby, heart stops, baby, heart stops. Heart stops, baby, heart stops.
Well, hey, memes.
What's up, Tef?
Thank you guys for listening to our latest song. It
Yes.
was started out as a jam, turned into a full song.
Yes, completed, produced, all that stuff. It was
Yes.
really fun. Another moody, vibey type of song. We obviously leaned on more to the sexy.
It was
the
definitely sexy.
mood.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
it's either sexy or sad.
Sad,
depressing.
emo, sexy. They're related.
I know.
They're neighbors adjacent
Right.
to each other.
Right.
Yeah, it was a fun track. It started out as a beat that we had done in early November. In fact, the previous video, the 3 beats, the first beat was this track. And so if you actually want to see the evolution of it, how it was created with the Take 5 and Ableton Push 2, or Ableton, I should say, you can actually roll back to that video and check that out and see like the first 5 minutes or something like that is that beat. Yeah, it's always fun taking like one synth and seeing
Yeah.
what type of track can come out of it.
Evolve, and it just all the creative things that go into it. Yeah, and it came out to that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like the Take 5 was doing the majority of the stuff. Oh, I did afterwards, after we arranged it, I did use the Pro 3 right over there for some extra lead lines and all that. So really it was a whole bunch of sequential instruments that are in there, or 2, I should say. The
Yeah.
Take 5 and the Pro 3 are doing all the heavy lifting duties on there. I did use Native Instruments drums. One of the, I think it's like the 70s drums or something like that.
That's so
those
cool.
sound really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those are great. Real vibey. And obviously using the acoustic nylon string guitar, which is your dad's guitar.
Yes, I know. Gotta bring that forward,
Exactly. I
Make
love that
sure.
guitar. That thing's awesome. But yeah, it started out as a beat, and then we went into, or you heard it and you were like, oh, I like this.
My first improv was in that video.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of came out that way, and of course leaned on again to that kind of sexy mood.
Yeah, for sure. So then you took it, you wrote lyrics to it, right?
Right, and I tend to listen for a hook, and then just progress from there.
Some sort of lyrical.
Yeah, words, things like that. Do a first draft, and if I have any changes, then I'll have to do it pretty quick.
Yeah, it's true.
Especially
Gotta work
for a
quick,
video, right?
Yeah.
Not overthink things and just go with it.
I think that's the hardest thing, not overthink things, because there's a ton of things I could hear and be like, oh, I could do it like this, do that, just change the drums completely. Like, there's so many things, but at the end of the day, like, you just got to do stuff. Just create and finish it, right? Like, that's, you learn from the process of getting stuff done.
Oh, yeah. Because you can always, like we always do, as artists, rewrite and go back to it. Oh, I could have done that better. But I think it's more like, okay, write, create, and then you move forward with it.
Yeah, you capture a moment.
Capture a moment, right?
Yeah.
Capture a vibe.
That's what, like, I think that's one of the things I like about using hardware a lot. If I'm doing like a DAW-less type of approach, it's that moment that gets captured, that like how the gear is interacting talking to each other. Like, I think that's really cool. Obviously, this was done in Ableton, so not that same process. And I do find that difficult nowadays. When I do arrange and produce inside Ableton, I miss like the hands-on approach of being able to have everything in front of me to adjust things on the fly for an arrangement, and then you performing with it. You know, like I do miss that at times. But on the flip side, it's really cool for you to hop on the tube mic.
Oh, I know.
And do several takes, right?
That's the exciting part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah, to do that.
And we use the Warm Audio 251, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a great mic for you.
It has. Obviously, the SM7B is the go-to for our jams, but for the finalizing.
And the background vocals, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we did use the SM7B for the
Yeah.
harmonies.
Yeah, so like the tube mic for your lead vocal, which you did, Memes did 4 takes. And then the third take all the way through is what we kept, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I want to do that again. Let me do it again. Because, like, again, you know, every take that you do, there might be a phrase, ooh, I like that. But then you didn't do it on the next take.
Sure, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think it was the third take.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, all the way through. We kept the whole third take, which
Right.
I thought was really cool. I'm always a fan of having a one performance being captured.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because it's continuity. You know? There's an energy behind performances, and when you have a take that goes all the way through that nails it, it's like, ooh, nice.
I know. I think in the past we've comped vocals and everything like that, but
Yeah.
I kind of treat this as let's just kind of go with it. I might have some mistakes and perform it as long as I have the vibe.
Yeah, with Ableton, obviously you can like piece things together granularly, but I don't enjoy that process. I find it more interesting to capture whole performances as much as possible.
No harmonies though, like comping those
Yes.
and making sure that those are definitely on point.
For sure. Which, we actually didn't comp any of those harmonies. We comped one harmony. It was in the second verse, and you had like a high note that just wasn't quite hitting with it, so we comped that. But everything else in those harmonies, those were all like you did a pass, and then we used that pass.
It's always fun to figure out
Yeah, it is fun.
what notes will go with it.
Yep. And in the video, when there is multiple memes on the screen, each one of those is one of those takes that you're actually hearing. So if there's like 4 memes on the screen, then you're seeing the lead plus 3 additional harmonies that are actually in the track.
A lot of memes.
There's a lot of memes. So afterwards, after we had the final vocals all locked in, did the harmonies, I did a mix then. We use a hybrid setup. We like to we can output 24 tracks to a summing mixer, and also we have about 16 channels worth of compression EQ that's outboard that we can use. I'm a huge fan of using analog compression because it just has a certain character that I find. Also, I'm a big fan of bussing several groups of instruments out to different compressors that then get summed in and hit like an SSL style compressor with like a Smile EQ and all that. And then on the vocals as well, I ended up bussing all of the vocals, including the harmonies and the lead vocal, to 2 compressors, a tube compressor and then a diode bridge compressor. So they got chained like that to do like an extra hug type of thing. Hug.
Hug.
Various instruments and everything getting bussed and getting the squeeze and all that, I think adds quite a bit. I'm always thinking that it's not going to make that big of a difference when I go from like in the box mix to outboard mix. And then every time I'm always like, damn, that made a big difference. Every time. I'm like, whew, yeah, that's a big difference right there. So anyways, that is the process. Looking forward to the future. We're hoping to release and finish more music more often because we've been focused on like building this YouTube channel. And we're obviously musicians first and then YouTubers second. And building the YouTube channel has definitely been taking time, which we're very thankful for. It's been awesome to see it grow. But we've definitely not been releasing music like how we should be.
I know.
Yeah.
Like you said, been good about trying to be consistent on YouTube, but not consistent on Spotify or
we haven't
Bandcamp.
released any track this year. So aside from this one. So we need to get better at that.
Yeah.
So our goals for 2022 is to be better at releasing music in general. And also not overthink things, because it's so easy to just like overanalyze, overthink, and then be like, I'm not going to release it. And
because you want it perfect. That's how I used to think all the time. I still have those thoughts, like, oh, I don't know about that. But just create
and
share and let go and move on to the next thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right? You want to create more
capture
and
a
more.
moment.
Yeah.
That's the moment. Move on.
It all has to be done.
It all has to be done.
That's an old songwriting teacher from years ago who used to tell us it all has to be done.
Yep.
I'm like,
yeah, we asked
a lot of
questions
pressure.
like, how do you get this, that, and that done? And he was like, it all has to be done. Everything. You got to do it.
Just do
like,
it.
Okay, interesting. So yeah, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for going on the journey with us. Thanks for listening. And also, if you leave a comment and sharing in your musical journeys, we're always interested in reading all the comments.
I love reading them.
Yes, yep. Liking and subscribing definitely helps out with the video, helps out with the algorithm. So we'd appreciate that. And again, leaving a comment, all that stuff. And yeah.
Yeah. Thanks again for all the support.
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Deuces.
Deuces.